Hello! Welcome back, everybody, to more Ys. Ys 4. I guess we're on part 7 now. So, prior to the stream, I spent quite a lot of time actually editing my OBS layout to make a little bit more space for people to see what the current game is, what the next game I'm going to play is, for like 3 successive games. And then I got to loading this off of the PS5, and I'm like, nobody's going to be able to see any of this because it's not going to load the OBS layout. So apparently, the amnesia that Adel has is contagious because I completely forgot that fact. So you will see none of that. None of it at all. But next time I stream off of OBS, all of you will be able to see the updates that I've made to the layout. But as of right now, a couple of story beats happened as of last time. Number one, we've got a new party member to our crew that is able to activate the lightning switches, and that's about it. She doesn't really serve much else as far as any other purpose. It's kind of late in our adventure. But she knows Eldiel, and Eldiel turns out to be this godlike deity that we learn about that is also responsible for like a lot of technological advancement and is also evil a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit. I could hear it bits and pieces. I did go back and listen to Call Me after you had mentioned it. I never said it again after you had said it, but I did listen to it. And I'm like, oh, I know that song. I just couldn't piece it in my head as far as the artist and the name of the song. But yeah, so Eldiel is a little bit evil, and then he got better. And so I guess there's like a part of him that is evil, and I guess there's like two beings in one body type of a thing. And right now, the village is burning, and we don't know why, so we're about to find out. And that's where we left off. Now you're caught up. Now you know about as much as Adel does, which is to say, not a whole lot. Yes, we'll see what else has been inspired by other artists. Let's put it that way. This is awful. Kalilika. Fortunately, it appears none of the residences were harmed. Every blast looks to have been directed at the roads. So they were just warning shots? Come on, Adel, let's get to Kalilika's house. Be careful, though. The attackers might still be around. Masks! No! Are these the same masked invaders as the ones you spoke of, Karna? I don't know, the mask looks different, but... pretty sure that's Roman army's regalia they're wearing. So that really was Ronin cannon fire then. But why? Who are you? Why are you doing this? No response here either, just like in Komodo. This isn't looking good. Oh, I am getting juggled! The camera angle is rough, it's hard to see what they're doing. We need to immediately equip the artifact that's going to let me heal back, because we took way too much damage. Or we're just going to enter cutscene. Their strength, their reaction speeds is exactly the same as in Komodo. It's like they aren't even human. If they are soldiers from your Roman army, that would imply they are well trained even without the power of the masks. I'm uncertain how long we can stand our ground against this powerful, against the foe this powerful. I believe we may be out of options. Stand down. Oh, it's the person that I theorized was clearly evil, and probably still is. Isn't that? We met in Kasdan, right? The game doesn't want to let me select it. There we go. Yeah, he said his name's Gruda, and he's in charge of the Roman army. Adel Christian, fancy meeting you here. Allow me to extend my deepest gratitude for guiding us to Highland. What do you mean? Thanks to your discovery of the underground ruins, we were able to advance our plans well ahead of schedule. Plans? Was having Adel make a map of the forest part of those plans? Perhaps. I'll leave that for you to determine. You mobilized quickly considering we only just got here recently ourselves. I take it you are well informed. Are you after Lord Eldiel's tower? The knowledge of the sanctuary is great indeed, but represents only the tiniest footnote in our grand scheme. Our true objective lies even deeper in the forest. Deeper? No, you can't mean... Behold, the ancient tower falls silent. The rains which have fallen for hundreds of years cease at last, and night gives way to dawn. The sky it... No, no. You, what did you do to Lord Eldiel's tower? Can't you tell just by looking? We disabled it, of course. The text really does not jive well with the background. At least on my TV. It looks better on the actual stream. I'll have to actually read it off of my, my computer, because I can't read it off of my TV. No more pesky barrier, no more annoying thunderstorms, full access to all, now and forevermore. You! What are you doing here? You have both done excellent work. Bambi, your experiments with the mask have proven most enlightening. And Goddess, your investigation of the primeval lands has yielded invaluable data. It's an honor to be of service. About time I get some recognition. I have confirmed that the object we seek is not here. As such, please commence preparations for the next phase of the plan immediately. Gotcha. What should we do with the girl? Leave her be for now. She may yet prove useful. I see. Understood. Wait! Experiments, so that means the masks here are... I'm sorry, little girl. I'm afraid I haven't the time to be playing with you right now. Take care of them. Really now, what do you think you're doing here? Wait! Get out of the way! You're too late. You should just give up now and save yourself a lot of effort. Dear sister. I mean, the hair was like dead red compared to everybody else. I mean, it was obviously her brother. No, it can't be. He doesn't even have a full helmet on. Remnos, what are you? It's lovely to see you again, Adel. You're wanted back in Komodo, and I'm afraid I will continue to be, as I have no intention of returning home. I have my duties now as Commander Remnos of the Mass Division, and to my superior, Lord Gruda. What are you saying? Oh, I get it. You're still under that woman's control, aren't you? I'm afraid not. It is true that Bami had placed me under her power back in Komodo, but now I've chosen to become a member of the Mass Division by my own free will. What? Did you come all this way looking for me? To rescue me from myself, perhaps? If so, I suggest you just go back home now. Maybe Adel can talk some sense into you. I heard the truth about you, Remnos, from father and that woman alike. They told me that you're actually really strong, but hid it from me because you were afraid I'd be hurt. Because that's the kind of thoughtful, selfless person you are. The truth? There seems to be a great misunderstanding here. I just didn't care about hunting or fighting enough to give it my all. Nothing more. No. The forest holds a secret beyond imagination. A secret I want to know. I want to know what happened here in ancient times. Lord Gruda modeled these after the mask of the sun that appears in ancient legends, you know. What Bami was doing in Komodo was testing out some of the prototypes, but my lord's true objective here is much greater and more noble than you could possibly imagine. I must see it fulfilled, and bear witness to the results of his glorious vision. It's a much more worthwhile pursuit than wasting my life away in a backwoods village like Komodo. Okay, I think I understand, but that's all the more reason I'm going to have to drag you back home kicking and screaming. What? I don't want to believe. It. Okay, I missed the word it. I don't want to believe it, but maybe you are telling the truth. Maybe life in Komodo has been unfulfilling for you. It sucks! But I can't sit by and watch you hurt people like this, and I can't bear to see you rely on some mask to get your way. When the younger brother starts walking a dangerous path like this, it's his older sister's job to point him right again. So like it or not, you're coming home with me, Remnos. Oh dear, this conversation isn't going anywhere. I'm surprised you can be so confident in the face of such overwhelming power. This is where we part ways. Keep them occupied while I take my leave. I need to heal. Oh. I guess we're done. I have some onions about that scene once we finish here. Yeah, they should be heading your way now. Just pass that on. What? I know. You don't have to keep telling me. Yeah, alright then. Good luck. Looks like I can't delay this any longer. The residents are still in a state of confusion. Considering this town has known nothing but peace for hundreds of years, it is hardly surprising. Far too much has happened in too short a space of time. We need to consider what to do next, Adel. The Romans sure didn't hang around long. I think they really are heading farther into the forest. What do you think Gruta is searching for? The Mask of the Sun. I agree, that does seem the most likely possibility. Yeah, when Eldiel started changing, he was demanding that Adel give it back to him. Do you remember the piece of paper that we found in your grave, Adel? It said, "Received the mask from." Correct. Before losing his memories, Adel must have received the Mask of Sun from Eldiel. Then, when Eldiel changed personalities during our conversation with him, he told Adel to return that which had been given. That is the most plausible course of events. Meanwhile, Gruta was using Gaddis and Bami to study the Mask of the Sun and make copies of it, and now they've come to the primeval lands to get the real one. I see. However, we still do not know exactly what the Mask of the Sun even is. Do you have any information which you could share with us, Mayor? The Kingdom of Calcutta. Kingdom of Calcutta. In ancient times, a kingdom by that name existed in this region. Supposedly, Lord Eldiel assisted in its rulings many hundreds of years ago. It is also said that the kingdom flourished thanks to the power granted by the Mask of the Sun. However, something happened that caused the once prosperous kingdom to be destroyed. Precious few traces remain now. What happened? I'm afraid I cannot say. Supposedly, the people of Highland are descendants of this Kingdom of Calcutta, but no records exist which describe exactly how the kingdom fell. Lord Eldiel has never spoken of it either. I see. It seems the best option would be to meet him again and ask him to tell us all he knows. However... We're back! Excellent timing. How'd it go? Well, Lord Eldiel has vanished? We searched the area all around the tower, but there was no trace of him anywhere. Ordinarily, he would only leave his room to visit the town, and even that occurs when with marked rarity. And unfortunately, the bad news doesn't stop there. I'm afraid we can't find Lisa anywhere either. Well, I mean, they did say what should we do with the girl when we saw the scene earlier. Could Gruta have abducted her? Lisa may seem dainty, but she's actually pretty quick-witted. I don't think she would allow herself to be captured so easily. Still, I'm worried about both her and Eldiel. We need to do something. Who is it now? We're busy, you know. Could it be Lisa? we need comic relief. Here it is. Is this the mayor's house? I'm the great Commander Leo of the Roman Imperial Calcuttan Army. Damn that Gruta. How could he leave a fine warrior like me behind? Well, they've been treating us like we're nothing but trouble since the beginning. I wanted one of those masks, too. Silence! The soldiers of the glorious Calcuttan Army have no need for such suspicious masks. Seems like the Romans are a little out of sorts right now, too. Has Gruta been here yet? I can't find him anywhere. You're too late.
What?
What? That fiend setting a cunning trap just so he could get ahead of us. Sancho, didn't he get ahead of us because the commander got a stomachache? Yep, and it serves him right for hoarding all those mushrooms before we even left. Never mind that. We've more important issues to discuss than mushrooms. Why is he not following orders? Our orders were to claim the mayor's home and use it as a base, from which we would enact martial law upon the town. Those orders are void. It's General Yeah, Governor General, I think Griselda? I think it's Griselda. All I know is it's that it's alliterative with Governor General. That's all I remember. What brings you to a place like this? Men fall in. Adol, don't just stand there. You're in the presence of the Governor General. It is Griselda. I was right. At ease, Leo. Unbelievable. The Governor General herself coming all the way here? First and foremost, allow me to extend my most heartfelt apologies for the actions of my fellow soldiers. I realize no apology could possibly be sufficient given the circumstances, but I do beg your forgiveness nonetheless. What's going on here? I've heard rumors of you, Griselda. Normally one would not expect to find a woman of noble standing like yourself in a place such as this. You are well informed, I see. However, I have difficulty understanding your actions. First you shell our town, and then you come to apologize? You are correct that Gruda is an officer sent by Rom, and part of the Raman army. However, his orders were to investigate the primeval lands and report back to us with his findings, nothing more. His actions here were in no way sanctioned by Rom. What? A soldier not disobeying orders? How disgraceful! Commander Leo, you will continue following the movements of Gruda and his men, and report back to me. Pursue them as deep into the great forest as is necessary. Yes, ma'am. Now, Mayor Aaron, I realize this may startle the people of the Highland, and for that I apologize, but I would like to station my soldiers here. What? We cannot have the existence of Highland becoming common knowledge outside the Great Forest. Well, the barrier that we've established earlier would erase all of your memories. That's what happened to Adol. So, technically that shouldn't be an issue, because of the story reasons you concocted earlier, but alright then. As such, I would like soldiers of my army to stand guard between here and the river to prevent any further intruders. I give you my word that they will cause no harm to the people of Highland under any circumstances. So that's the situation, is it? Grandfather. Very well, you have my blessing in this. Do as you wish. I am grateful for your understanding. As for you, Adol Kristen, you are free to continue your journey. Is this some kind of trap, or we're just gonna say, huh? I don't recall ever canceling your outstanding task to complete a map of the Great Forest, after all. I feel that you are a vital piece of the puzzle that is currently unfolding in this region, and with even a single piece missing, the puzzle cannot be completed. So that's about the gist of it. What should we do now, Adol? Chase after Gruda, search for Eldiel. Honestly, we want to search for Eldiel. We don't really care much about Gruda. If we search for Gruda, we're one step behind. I think the better answer is to look for Eldiel. Yeah, getting your memories back is top priority, so going after Eldiel makes sense. Whatever you decide to do, I suggest that you cross the sanctuary and journey deeper into the forest. What lies beyond the sanctuary? A place called the Ashen Forest. Within it sits a settlement which the descendants of those who crossed the distant oceans with Lord Eldiel live. It is known as the Village of the Wise. Village of the Wise? Unlike the other people Lord Eldiel brought here, it's said they've chosen to live in isolation. No one is certain why, however. But they may know something about the Mask of the Sun, as well as Lord Eldiel's changes. Sounds like it'd be worth a visit then, for sure. And, not to change the subject, but why is Kalilika standing here, all packed up and looking like she's ready to leave? What a silly question. I'm worried about Lord Eldiel too, you know. And Lisa. Adol, I would ask that you please take Kalilika with you on your journey. Whatever happens as a result of this current crisis, I feel it will have repercussions throughout the land, and traveling will give Kalilika a good opportunity to decide what path she should walk from this time forward. Grandfather, furthermore, if you are journeying to the Village of the Wise, it may be helpful to have someone from Highland with you. We'll take good care of her. It will be a bit lonely here without her, but I'll trust she'll be safe in your company. The matter is settled then. Nice to have you with us. Thank you. Ah, yes, Adol. Please take this as well. We've got a golden wing. Oh, is this a warp? Is this a warp item? Oh. It'll allow you to warp to any of the monuments you've touched in its entirety of the forest, no matter where you are. That's helpful, because the entire game has been color-coded as to which monuments you could warp to, and there have been like 6 or 7 different color codes that don't always lead to areas most conveniently, so this is a huge help. This will normally be given to apostles only, but I believe it is of importance to your mission. It will serve you well. So we don't have to go to the nearest monolith whenever we want to warp. That sounds incredibly useful, thanks. Now take care out there, all of you, and best of luck. Kalilika rejoined the party. and allows me to warp to the monuments on the map of Bayonetta. Open the map, select warp, select the location you want to warp to. Only warp to swarm monuments you've activated, of course, of course. I can now accept quests in Highland, which I won't be doing. Bye! We need to cross, oh, the scene. So I do like the whole brother arc because it was all established that he was always stronger than her this entire time, and I feel like we do need a redemption arc now. And I do think a battle with Remnos between her and him will be kind of satisfying if we can just get to that build up. Let's pull open the map right now though. We need to warp right here. Will wait, is it not active? Oh, I don't think I ever activated the one that was there. That's a shame. I'm gonna have to walk there. So now that the thunderstorm is gone, it will definitely be easier to get to where we need to go. Oh, so it was activated. Then why couldn't I select it? That was weird. We have those items already. I'm not going to farm them. Oh, do I need... Do I need Karna to knock that off? Or how is that going to work? Oh, I do need Karna. Hold on.
My turn. Leave it to me.
I just couldn't find the right spot. We have a path to the left and a path... Oh, there's a memory here. Highland Town. Oh no, this isn't a memory. It's the work point. Oh, it's a shortcut back. Okay. So that was useful. All enemies I've beaten, so I'm not worried about fighting them.
Leave it to me. Leave it to me.
Hit the wrong button to dodge. Yeah, I think that was just a huge loop, so I need to go this way instead. Well, this area that opened up is definitely bigger than any of the others. Osmo levels.
My turn.
Let's see what what's in this chest. A blue tree earring. Is that okay? It's not an artifact. Okay, more SP when attacking. Okay. Memory? Oh, there is a memory here. I see, so that's what happened when you were in Promalock. Well then, I guess the next thing I'd like to ask is... Hold on a minute, Kalilico, you've asked enough questions. At least let the rest of us have a chance to sneak one or two in. Yeah, he's not all yours. I suppose you're right. Okay, my turn. My question is about all the Pickards you've run into on your travel. Yes, I think you could save stupid questions like that until the end of time. The end of time? More importantly, Adel, do you have a girlfriend? Being pretty cute and a strong warrior, I'm sure you must have all the ladies swooning over you. You haven't got a childhood friend back home you've sworn to spend your life with or something, have you? Or do you have a passionate encounters with different girls everywhere you go? I don't know whether to take that reaction to mean you're pure-hearted or if I hit the nail right on the head. Come to think of it, you seem to be getting on really well with Lisa. You're not after her, are you? If you are, don't think you'll be getting off with just a slap of the wrist. I'm sure Ada would never approach such a serious matter half-heartedly, but if you were ever to make Lisa cry, I'd be forced to cut off that lovely red hair off in your sleep. You've been warned. Adel, I think I speak for all men when I say I completely sympathize with your plight. Yeah. Anyway, going back to the Pickards. Okay, everyone, how about this? If you all keep showering poor Adel with questions, it's probably going to make him very uncomfortable. So from now on, everyone will be able to ask him one question and one question only. What? I suppose that does make sense, though. At this rate, we'll be here for hours otherwise. Okay, finally. So starting with me. Hold on, I'll be deciding the order. And that order is me first. But you've been asking him questions this whole time. You've had more than enough. Yeah, this isn't fair at all. That's our Kalilica. No one's going to be able to take control from her now. Well, that was not as informative as the other ones. So I guess we're clearly meant to go this way then. Oh, there was literally an enemy right next to me and I didn't even know it. I'm like, why is it saying that I can't open it because there's an enemy nearby? I see nothing. And I was pushing up against it to the chest. Okay. We're gonna activate this. So this is Table Mountain. The presence of the beast can no longer be felt in the surrounding area. The air is still and tranquil. It's camp time! Set up a tent? Yes. Enveloped in the clear air of the forest and the fragrance of the spirit tree, Adel felt his body drift into a deep, relaxing slumber. One of the memories sealed in the back of Adel's mind was restored. Adel appeared to be out of stamina and couldn't run any farther. Ha! Giving up already? It's evil Eldeal.
Hmm.
Hmm. What did he honestly hope to achieve by giving it to a mere human? Such a pitiful attempt. Now behold his eye, the true god, finally gained the ultimate power. This is just like that one scene in Chrono Trigger. Not again! How many times did you get in my way before you concede defeat? See, this is where we turn into a frog. Are you okay, Adel? You were moaning in your sleep. I had a dream about Eldeal. I had an inkling it may have been Eldeal who attacked you in this area, though it does beg the question, why did he not finish you off? Maybe it was the same kind of situation as when we met him in the tower. It doesn't seem like his other personality is fully awoken just yet, so he probably snapped out of it or something. Yeah, but how long is he going to be able to fight turning into that other person for good? That's what I'm worried about. We definitely need to hurry. Come on, let's find that village. Memory fragments in the area are now visible, so... What's the red? Why red? They've always been blue. Why are they red? Also, I guess I missed one over here. No, wow. This area goes on for a while. Ashen Forest. We found it. Maybe we can't go this way. Yeah, I can't actually go this direction. Probably I can make a shortcut from the other side once I get there, but I can't do anything right now. So we'll go south. Okay, we are in a forest of some kind. At least want to defeat the enemies I haven't seen before moving on. I think we're fine to forego grinding for the time being. Nocturnal Mushroom. Okay, we haven't received that item before. Exit to the north. Or we can keep going quite a ways this way. Another exit. Memory fragment. There it is. Oh, is it Dogi? Oh, did Mr. Flare fall asleep already? Not surprised. We've barely rested since we left Promalock. Still can't believe he came all this way to find wild Calquetan flowers. He's one tough guy to go to all this trouble at his age, just to look for some medicinal herbs. And then we have you, set on exploring the Great Forest just because you're curious about it. You really aren't scared of anything, are you? Guess I wouldn't have it any other way, though. If it weren't for you, that cursed island would still be cursed. There's never a dull moment with you around. Well, as long as I can get to go on some exciting adventures, that's just fine by me. It must be Dogi then. Okay, another defense increase. The part that's always rough is that all of the enemies that are nearby always immediately respawn once you finish a memory segment. So I have 4 immediately on top of me. Alright, so now we'll take this exit. There's 2 exits we can take. I'll just take this one. This one gives me a activated... Oh, Danon Village. I think we chose correctly. Is that... So this is the Village of the Wise? It looks almost magical from afar. I never would have expected to find a human settlement in a dark place like this. I heard about this village's existence in Highland, but I never thought I'd have the chance to actually see it for myself. This is your first time here too, right, Adel? Why are you asking? Maybe he's not going to remember. I can't say for sure. What kind of wishy-washy answer is that? Are you looking to get kicked in the shins? If the Sanctuary of Storms were still active, we wouldn't be here right now. There's no way you could have been here before. Why so quiet, Durin? You're always first to make some comment about what's going on. You're Adel's voice. The silent treatment is kind of creepy coming from you. It's nothing. Let's get going. A storied village trophy? This really is a strange place. It's in the primeval lands just like Highland, but the 2 places couldn't be more different. Someone is coming. Who are you, or hello? Who are you?
My name is Frida. I'm a warrior of this village who retells stories of the ancient past. The village elder sent me to greet you. Welcome, Adol. I know you've had a long journey.
How do you know my name? Who doesn't at this point? I wonder. A lady needs to have a sense of mystery about her, doesn't she?
I was expecting a tough warrior or something, not a kid. Is he really up to the job? He doesn't look very strong.
Huh? That wasn't me.
Where are you looking? I'm here! Here! How rude!
I'm Nina, an alchemically created fairy. I'm Frida's partner and a village messenger. Created as in someone actually made you here? And you're a fairy, no less. I always thought fairies were just, well, fairy tales. Incredible. Ha, surprised? I bet you are. Any more questions? I'm in such a good mood today. I'll let you know. I'll tell you anything you want to know. Let me see one thing. No. Nope, never mind. I thought I recognized the voice of Frida, but I don't. So what's it gonna be? Frida's weight, her measurements, her ex's name? I can give you hints, or just say them all.
What?
Now wait just a minute, Nina. I swear, she's always like this. Anyways, wait, where were we? You were about to tell us how you know Adel's name. Oh, right, I guess I was. But I think there's someone else who would be better suited to answer that question.
Right?
Don't you agree, Durin? Wait. I'll explain everything in detail. We'll be here for hours. But in short, Durin here has been telling me all about you. This is where he's from, you see. Ah. Interesting. So why has he been hiding it from us? He could have probably told us his past this entire time. Oh, okay, you're gonna continue simile. Very good. I'm glad that caught on, by the way, as a joke. But good luck. Good luck later. I'm not sure exactly when I'll get off. What? Alex is playing metaphor, so I of course said simile because I like to be silly. It feels like such a long time since I last saw you, Durin. Tell me, what's with that hairstyle? You don't actually think it suits you, do you? Yeah, I know. There's a lot of things going on. And I actually remember this time that Bible was being streamed. Also, welcome, Tay. Good to see you. It's dreadful. Not Bible stories. It's well, I don't know. Some episodes have been, with some of the heavy Scrat episodes have been, but for the most part, I've been enjoying the scenery, the visuals. Shut up, you two. This is hardly the time to be talking about my hair. Adel, and everyone else too, I'm sorry for keeping so many secrets from all of you. How long have you been lying to us? Why didn't you tell us before? That's the better question. I'm sorry.
What?
Pretty low, Durin. You better have a good explanation for all of this. And don't give me any of that. You'll understand when you're older, crap. I'll bite you so hard. You have your reasons, I trust? Of course. This is a village where the descendants of those who committed an unforgivable sin in the distant past live in secret. And everything that we have done relates to that incident. Oh, you're the Vile tribe. I see. An unforgivable sin? What do you mean? The Elder is going to explain all of that to you very soon. We'll take you to his residence out, and I'll show you around the village along the way. Oh yeah, you know, it's been very, very helpful, like being able to see all of this, because I easily relate to something. I'm more of a visual learner, so just reading Bible stories that's not really memorable to me. But like seeing it, even this interpretation of it, I think has been very, very effective in getting me to remember the scenes, remember the characters. So I agree with you. I have been enjoying it quite a lot. Yeah, no more secrets. We'll tell you everything there. Well, I'm intrigued. Come on, Adel. The Elder's house is the one in front of the central tower. If there's anywhere else you want to explore before we get there, just say the word. Like Frida's house. Come on now, there's nothing to see there. Now, Adel, shall we be off? Alright. Do we have any cool shops? Yes. No, I agree with you. I mean, I was part of like a private school when I was younger, but I don't remember what they taught me about the Bible at all. Well, if it isn't Durin, haven't seen you in here for a while. Oh, it's Yami. Yami's here. Is this some kind of research facility? You could say that, yes. Our specialty is synthesizing elixirs and medicinal items. If you've got the money and the ingredients, we can make just about anything you can imagine. So what did you want? A love potion? Something to make you invisible for nefarious purposes? Go on, name your wish. I think we're good for now. Come on, there's no shame in being honest. Humans are all beasts deep down. Right, Blondie? Why are you asking me? I think we're done here. Yeah, we should probably be leaving now. There are too many introverted men these days. It's pitiful. Men should be more honest with their desires. We all want the same things, after all. Do you want to use our services? Not right now. I'm just showing them around the village. We'll come again another time, though, I'm sure. Okay. Okay, so I can't actually shop here until she's done actually giving us the tour. So we should probably go to the mayor's house for right now. Give it a leaf, flower, pinch its beak. We'll just cancel. Whoa, what is this place? It looks an awful lot like Lord Eldeal's room, but there seems to be an even bigger collection of books here. Surprised? We call this the Black Archives. The Black Archives? Yeah, this place is like a collection of all of Damon's history and knowledge. Do you gather information about the outside world here as well? We do. I'll leave it to the Elder to explain it in more detail, however. The Black Archives and its contents are closely linked to our purpose in this village. You know, this has been bothering me since we got here. I have to know, how did you get from here to Kaznan? Now that you mention it, you must have crossed the Sanctuary of Storms, right? Oh, that? He used the seams. Wait a minute, Frida, we can't just... Seams? I want to know more too. I demand an explanation as payment for your despicable acts of deceit, Durin. With a giant mechanism like the one in Sanctuary of Storms, there are bound to be a few gaps in the field, so to speak. We call them seams. In the Sanctuary of Storms, there are places where the lightning strikes happen with less frequency. Oh, that's a less cool way of explaining it. Oh yeah, I went to the area where I wasn't getting struck by lightning. I got them memorized and traveled in and out of primeval lands by exploiting them. We use the same basic principle to avoid losing our memories when we leave the area around Highland. Oh, okay, so like nothing works like it's supposed to. I do understand the concept, but is such a thing really possible, particularly considering how powerful Eldeal is? To an extent, yes, but there's a little more to it as well. Magic, I'm guessing? Magic? That's the power you wield, Kalika, isn't it? Kind of. I use weapons and items that were charged with magic, but I can't use magic by itself. To use magic, you have to be able to control its energy on your own. Some of the know-how for doing that has been passed down here in Danon. The methods that are passed down here are the same as those used in the ancient kingdom of Calcutta. I see. Although Durin doesn't use it very often. Well, I'm not very good with it, and I don't really want to rely on the same power he did either. Hold on, why are we even talking about this? You're always so much fun to rile up. Yeah, he really is, and he's so stupid. He falls for it every time. The same power he did? Who is he? Okay, is this not the mayor's residence? Are those quest boards? It is, but we can't do quests right now. Oh, you're visitors? Welcome to the Black Archives. Aha, does this place seem unusual to you? Please feel free to look around. I don't think the mayor actually lives here. Yeah, it doesn't look like he does. This is where the village elder Vanjo lives. He tends to ramble and is kinda difficult to get along with, so you might want to brace yourselves. I'm gonna tell him you said that. Either way, if there's anywhere else you want to see, especially go see it before heading inside, so it'll be, indecision is not becoming in a man, you know. We're gonna go inside considering that all of the fun things I want to do we can't do with her in our party, so let's go. Alright then, let's go pay Vanjo a visit. I brought them with me, Elder. Ah, so they're finally here. It's nice to meet you. Oh, spare me the self-introductions. I know all about you already, so you'll just be wasting your time. You already know who we are, am I right? Ha, well, we're a tribe of people who turned their backs on the gods and destroyed an entire ancient civilization. They really are the Vile Tribe. What? I don't really understand. It happened a long time ago, far overseas. Our ancestors stole the mighty power from the gods and sank their land to the bottom of the ocean. One of those gods, a certain Lord Eldeal, as it were, forgave their sins and secretly brought them here to Calcutta. Does that mean your ancestors lived in the kingdom of Calcutta? The kingdom was full of good, honest people, including their benevolent king. It was far too nice for a tribe of sinners like us. So our ancestors settled here, underground, repenting for their sins and silently watching over the kingdom. But then something terrible happened. Something terrible? This is a story every man, woman, and child in this village knows by heart. Long ago, a winged sage came to Calcutta. He gave the people wisdom and civilization, and in return they revered him as a god. But one day that god began to act with cruelty and malice, as if he'd become a different being altogether. Steadily, these acts of aggression grew until one day he came to destroy the kingdom with his power. Yes, always a Vile Tribe, always a Roland's ancestors. Yeah, I was wondering if they were talking, because they mentioned Lord Eldeal earlier, and then they started mentioning somebody. I'm like, this sounds an awful lot like Eldeal, but it's someone else, but okay. What was that god? It couldn't have been Lord Eldeal, could it? Sound familiar, Adel? I believe you witnessed something quite similar yourself. A certain winged acquaintance of yours suddenly behaving quite unlike himself and attacking without warning? No, that's not possible. I don't know the cause of this transformation, but the changes in Lord Eldiel's behavior now reflect a similar pattern to his past of destroying the kingdom of Calcutta, so we decided to keep an eye on him. Well, yeah, kind of a good idea. And on those who visited his tower as well. We thought that maybe we could be of some service to him if the situation called for it. That Adel was called to the tower and, well, down he went. I see, so you were the one assigned to watch over Adel then? Yeah, listen, Adel, I'm sorry for not telling you. There was just a lot on the line, and it was all so... If I gained your trust, I could be at your side. I thought it'd be easier. It's hard to blame him now that we've heard all that. Yeah, it's kind of a shame, really. Hey. Well, he was only doing what I ordered him to, so don't be too hard on him now. I suppose we'll let you off. Having you around was a big help, I think would be something Adel would say. It's been a big help having you around, Durin. Your behavior has been suspicious on occasion, but now that we know the truth behind your actions, I feel I speak for all of us when I say we're grateful to have you. I think I can forgive you. This time. Thanks, everyone. Adel, we here on Danon share the same objective as you, to pursue Lord Eldiel, and to that end there's something I need to show you. Would you come outside for a moment? Don't worry, you'll understand when you see it. This way, Adel. What's floating over there? This place is so beautiful. It's the only part of the village where sunlight can get through, huh? It's the most sacred place in the entirety of the subterranean forest. The sun here is far too bright for the likes of us. Perfect for sealing away a certain powerful object, if I must say. Is it the mask? See for yourselves in that shrine. But don't get too close now. There's a real strong barrier keeping it safe. Is that... No, it couldn't be. It's a mask. Yep, that there is the mask of the sun. What? What's it doing there? I had it removed from Adel's grave. When the hell did you manage that? You were unaware of this? Yeah, why is this village full of such terrible people?
Oh.
Come now, that's not very fair of you, Durin. If it had been left there, it may have fallen into the hands of someone who really shouldn't have it. And you were so busy saving Adel after he fell into that waterfall, you certainly couldn't have claimed it. You should be grateful Frida was watching out for you. Bah. You saved me? Yeah, I was the one who pulled you out of that waterfall basin. Lord Eldiel was still unstable, groaning in agony like when we last met him in the tower. So I seized the chance to rescue you and somehow carried you all the way back to Kasdan. Still not sure I pulled it off. Just a party city? I guess so. Welcome back, Kenzel. Good to see you here. I played my part as a messenger too. We all helped in our own way. So that's what happened. However, if Gruda and his allies are seeking the mask, they may be in the area. Is it safe to leave the mask so exposed? No need to worry. That shrine's guarded by a powerful force field, but you just spent the last 5 minutes talking about how every force field has a crack. I don't really trust you now. I'd take one hell of a blast to break through that. This may seem like an obvious question, but what exactly is the mask? The replicas Gruda's men produced were used to strengthen the physical prowess of the Roman soldiers. And the mask used in my village did the same thing? That's the side effect. The Mask of the Sun really allows its wearer to read the Akashic Records, where the world's blueprints are recorded. The Akashic Records? I've never heard of such a thing before. What do you mean by world's blueprints? Just what it sounds like. The world's structure, its properties, its origins, everything that ever happened in the past, even every damn thing that'll ever happen in its future, all collected in one book. What? Child of Highland, think for a moment of Lord Eldiel's actions and you'll have your answer. His actions? You mean giving people knowledge? Reading the blueprints of the world, using their contents to ration out knowledge and maintain global balance. It's the Mask of the Sun and the Akashic Records that make all that possible. So Gruda's real objective is the world's blueprints and the key to reading them. Where are the Akashic Records located? In the formal capital of the Kingdom of Calcutta, deeper still within the forest. Yeah, and that's where Gruda's headed, no doubt. It's gotta be. He seemed to be mass-producing copies of the mask. Do you think he plans to use those to read the Akashic records? He's a talented magician, but no mere copy can even come close to approximating the works of the gods. It is possible, I bet, that in the process of duplicating the mask, he could have learned its true purpose. It's because of us that he and the Romans came to this land. What are you? Elder! What's the meaning of this? We're busy here, you know. Well, a girl showed up, demanding we give her the mask. A girl? Don't tell me that's sorceress. So this is where you all went. Is that Lisa? Why are you? So you're the apostle girl, eh? Surprised you found this place. Where have you been? I'm sorry for worrying you, Adel. However, I'm afraid there's no time to explain myself right now. You seem to be in quite the hurry. Why exactly can't you take a moment to explain yourself again? You can't honestly expect us to hand you the mask on faith alone, little lady. I can save Lord Eldiel. Lisa, guess you're not here under orders as an apostle then? How about you at least tell us why you need the mask? At least then.
I'm sorry. Saul!
What's going on? Above us! I have not saved all stream, have I? Soul Galva. I should save after this. Oh my goodness, I haven't saved for almost an hour. What is that thing? It's huge. It's Lisa's... I apologize for being forced to take such an aggressive approach, but I simply don't have time to do this any other way. Yes, this will be faster than explaining yourself, apparently. Soul, if you'd please. What? It can't be. We need to subdue it. Durin, just don't hurt Lisa in the process. Don't let us down. I know. We can't let her break the barrier and take the mask, Adel. Sorry to ask, but will you lend us a hand? Of course. I mean, when the game said, do you want to just enter this building, I probably should have known better, but I did not know better. Thanks, sorry to get you caught up in all this. I can't die here. You can access the menu now. Oh, okay, thank you. Benevolent game. To change party members, use the party menu. Equipment and skills can also be changed. Oh, they won't let me save. Not so benevolent. Okay. Oh, Frida's in my party. Does she have equipment? She has an halberd. Sorcery robes. Oh, her armor's better? Like, way better than mine. You can take this. I'll be taking that. My robe now. Okay, so... still have anti-paralysis. Hero's Cloak is still in play here. This is all I can really do right now. Let's hope I don't screw up. Oh, okay, that's how it attacks. Trying to flash step it, and I'm screwing up my timing. Oh, goodness. There's more than one fireball at one time.
Please get out of the way!
It's slow and steady, but I don't want a game over.
Please get out of the way!
Because I have no idea how much those hotspots hit for. Now I know. We need to heal.
Please get out of my way! Please get out of the way!
Okay, I think that is it. I didn't know if there was a secondary phase to it. I guess not. Yeah, the excuse me fireballs is pretty good. Except it was scary because like each of those fireballs did 90 damage. If I like got stun locked by the first fireball, there would have been like 8 more. Did we succeed? That was a hell of a battle. No. I knew it. Conventional weapons aren't going to work against this thing. What? So it is a Galbalon? Then. I'm sorry, everyone. Soul, do it! Excuse me.
No!
No, the barrier.
Thank goodness.
Now I could finally save Lord Eldeal. Ah, well done, little apostle. Soul! Frida, he's here! Finally, the Mask of the Sun is mine. You're... don't think too poorly of me, little apostle. I kept my word. I told you where the mask was, but I never once promised I'd let you have it. You have only your own naivety to blame for this. If I should have known. You always did enjoy making a grand entrance, Gruda, but is this any way to treat your own people? What? Are you saying... Several years ago, one of our own broke the laws of the village and unraveled the secrets of our ancestors sealed away. That man fled the village, taking a small group of supporters with him, and gave himself over to the Roman Empire. His name was Gruda, and he was once a magician from Danon.
Wait.
Stay where you are, Adel Kristen. Gaddis, Bomby, and the Mass Division are occupying the village. You wouldn't want any unfortunate accidents, would you? Holding your own homeland hostage now? You are despicable. You're just as much of a slime as ever. Unfortunately for you, I bear no emotional attachment to this dreary place. Perhaps it is destiny that I should obtain the mask here. In honor of this occasion, we shall hereby refer to ourselves as Darklings. Come now, is that really so surprising? It's a perfectly fitting name for those who have obtained the power of the gods through these unorthodox means. You really haven't changed at all, have you? What's a Darkling? Our ancestors referred to themselves as Darklings when they deceived the gods and stole their power. If we here in Danon hesitate even to say the word, it's considered impure. The blood of the Darklings flows within you as much as it does in me. No matter how far you repress it, it's a part of you, and it always will be. Gruda! Regardless, now that I have what I seek, I see nothing more to be gained by remaining here. And though I may not have as much attachment to this place, I suppose it is still my home, so I'll leave peacefully, today. Should you continue your fruitless attempt to stand in my way, however, I won't be quite so merciful next time. Wait! Ha ha. Oh, he's gone. Doesn't totally fit to do that, but okay. Kalilica, Adel, what have I done? If only I had time to explain. Well, this has been a hell of a day. No point in just standing here, though. Let's go back to my place and sort all this out. So, young apostle, what were you trying to do with the Mask of the Sun? Gruda implied he said something to you about it. Yes, he told me that the last time Lord Eldiel was behaving strangely, the Mask of the Sun was used to calm him. And so I'm so sorry. That wasn't very urgent. You could have easily explained that to us. That scumbag. Well, what's done is done. I'm more interested to know that you're a descendant of the Calcettan royal family, aren't you? How did you... Lisa is? Whoa, that's news to me. That white Galbalon of yours was a dead giveaway. Legend has it was created by King Lefance to fend off Lord Eldiel after he lost control of himself. So, King Lefance and Lord Eldiel fought each other? That's what they say. Not that there are any surviving records to confirm one way or the other, of course. What we do know for certain is the Galbalons were created using forbidden technology our ancestors sealed away. It trips me up every time. It's like the word Gal and then Balan from Balan's Wonderworld. And I just have to string those words together. But for whatever reason, I just can't do it. King Lefance was a righteous man, so knowing he allegedly resorted to the use of such technology shows his unease. Guess that explains how he was able to destroy the barrier. Soul was given to me by my father to carry out the rite of summoning. I was told he'd been passed down in the family for generations, but I had no idea his creation had come about under circumstances like that. You wrote on Soul too, Adel. Lisa used him to take you to see Lord Eldiel. Really? Yes, Lord Eldiel asked me to escort you to his room personally, and I have to say it was no small task finding you out in that forest. This is Adel we're talking about. The guy never sits still. He can't even sleep without sneaking out a window first. The thing I find most difficult to accept is that the man who attacked Highland was from Danon. Yeah, he had me completely fooled. There was no doubt in my mind he was a Roman commander. Gruda was one of the most intelligent people in the village. He was also a wise man in his day, who loathed the sin our ancestors committed more than anything else. Yeah, he's ruining everything. And that hatred drove him to study the incident in even greater detail. I never did play the game. I've only seen Suitcase play it. I've never actually played it on my own. But somehow or another, during his studies, he became attracted to the power of the gods that they'd attempted to steal. Oh, no problem. Not a problem at all. There is probably a little bit of a delay. I've heard that sometimes I have streams that are quite delayed, but I usually read chat as soon as it comes up, so you can kind of get a general idea when the delay is, just based off of that. Why would that be? Only he knows the answer to that. We naturally admonished the hell out of him for what he was doing. Just out of nowhere, he gathered a small group of supporters and left the village, and that was the end of that. In addition to keeping an eye on Lord Eldiel, we've also been trying our best to track him down all this time. Most likely he managed to gain the support of Rom for his research into the mask. And now he returned to the forest. So where's he headed next? He must have sussed out the mask's true power by now. Which means there's only one thing he could possibly be after, which is the, Akashic Records, the blueprints of the world, which can only be read using the mask's power. On the other side of the Ashen Forest is the old capital of the Kingdom of Calcutta. It's called El Duke. And in its center sits the Temple of the Sun, where Lord Eldiel lived when the kingdom still existed. Supposedly, that's where the Akashic records can be found. Supposedly? The door of the temple is sealed. We've tried to open it many times, but we've never been able to get inside. So we can't be certain what's in there, but considering his resourcefulness up until now, Gruda may have found a way. When I was talking with Gruda, he also mentioned that Lord Eldiel is headed for El Duke as well. It seems El Duke is the main point of interest for all parties, then. Including you, Adel. If you ever want to learn the truth about what happened to you, you need to confront Eldiel. Then that's just what I'll do. El Duke, huh? This is my first time there, too. Elder, I'd like to go with Adel as well. Me too. Well, you are familiar with the route, but are you sure? In a way, you may be the single most suitable person for this task. I'll be okay. I've had more than enough time for my wounds to heal. Frida. Well, I know not to argue with you. Nothing I say is going to change your mind. So go on ahead. They'll need a guide anyway. Thank you, Elder. Our party just keeps growing and growing. I'll be going on ahead to Eldu.
Hey.
Are you sure you'll be okay on your own? I won't be alone. I have Sol with me, and there are a few things I'd like to look into. About your ancestor, King Lafance? Yes, I'd like to know what happened to King Lafance and Lord Eldil when the kingdom of Calcutta fell. If I can learn even that much, I might be able to find some means of returning Lord Eldil to normal. Well, don't push yourself too hard, okay? Not gonna say anything, Adel? I'm sure we'll find a way.
Thank you very much.
Adel, thank you for your assistance, Adel. I know that you have more than enough problems of your own. I'm certain that one day you, Eldil, and I will all be able to drink tea together once more. And I'll be certain to brew the best tea I can possibly find. Goodbye for now. And there she goes. Feminine yet courageous. She's a fine girl, eh, Ozma?
No!
I had no intention of... Men, they're all animals, aren't they? Durin, please refrain from making such comments. The others have been grouping me with you. It's time we should get moving, Adel. We have a lot of ground to cover. Free to join the party, and now quests are available here, but also I don't care about doing quests here either. What I do care about is just getting a general idea of looking at how close I am to the end game. So I want to just take a look at a guide and just see like what part I'm at out of it. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. There's 10 locations. Oh, saving. Oh my goodness, you're right. I haven't saved it all the entire stream. I think that's a great idea. Yeah, the last save is on October 1st. Probably a good idea to do exactly what you suggested. Thank you for saving me. And saving me. Let's see. So 10 locations that are left in the game, but you have to understand that locations aren't necessarily towns. They can be places that we pass through on the overworld between towns. So we're probably about 75% of the way through the game if I had to guess, but I don't know. Those final towers in East games can always be a huge ordeal. So, can we shop now? Magic Laboratory, you can use materials to synthesize medicinal items. Similar items can only be synthesized here. I cannot talk. Let's synthesize. Honey Potion, Bitter Potion, Kaiser Potion. I can make a ton of Bitter Potions. I don't think we're gonna... Well, let's just go nuts with the Cheeto nuts. We'll take 45. Oh, it also costs money. Oh, well. I didn't catch that part. But, makes sense. Cures Curse and Misfortune. We don't have a slime mold at all. We can't make any of these items. Revives a fallen ally with all HP. Permanent stat increases? Interesting. I can't make any of them. I imagine they would have to be pretty rare items for me to be able to do it. But I mean, that's interesting if you wanted to, like, I don't know, like, endgame farm, like, really, and become, like, max stats. I respect the fact that they let you do that. Items. Can I have a weapon shop here? Because I ended up stealing some equipment. What's the exchange? Oh, okay, the materials. Got it. Weapons. We have Soul Biter. I will buy that for Adel. And equip it. Frida's already equipped with her best item. And everybody can equip the sorcery robe. Frida and Kalilica, apparently this is worse for them. We'll equip that. Oh no, it's the strength that's decreasing. I see. And the defense goes way up. Okay. That's all I needed. I think we're set to leave town then. But first things first, before I set out to the next destination, first of all, is it marked on the map? We might just have to go... Is it this way? There's the save point. There is the path to the north here that I didn't take. Oh, here's the area. There's the marker conveniently over there. It's pretty far away. Do I exit out the north? Can I exit out the north of this village, or is it just... Okay, that's the mask location. And this is just this building, the Black Archives. I can warp back to this location, but I'd rather go through this exit that we skipped the last time, because that's probably important. Oh, this is the memory spot. And we'll go to the north, and... Alright, everyone can rock out to the Ashen Forest music for a little bit. I will be right back. I'm going to use the restroom and get some more water. Let me hydrate the rest of you. They may periodically languish me for not moving fast enough, textually and voice-wise, but...
We should get going.
Alright, I am back.
So bored.
They're so mean to me. Gangway, gangway! I thought I was going to die from holding my breath for so long. Commit. We can't do this the whole time we're in the forest. It's almost like these poisonous gases are coming out from everywhere in here. Enough of your whining, you fools. If we keep practicing, we'll be able to hold our breath for longer and longer periods of time, and soon it won't bother us at all.
Give us a break!
Oh, it's you. You boor, how dare you address the great Commander Leo in such a dismissive manner? I'll accept only Commander Leo or Sir Leo from the likes of you.
Well,
Adel, the area ahead of us is filled with poisonous gases. If you charge in unprepared, it won't be long before the poison kills you. Yes! Yes, I know, I heard it was the part... Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is the coffee song. How are these guys still alive? It's actually kind of impressive. The gases come from holes in the ground scattered all over the ashen forest. The best thing to do here is, well, leave it to Frida to guide us to safety, I guess. Yeah, it's like, it basically is. It's just a different tempo.
oh,
Or you're going to make me do all the work. I don't work for free, you know. Yeah, it was stolen from Ys this entire time. It was part of the technological advancements that Eldiel bestowed upon the world slowly, like they were talking about, using the Akashic records. That's where the song came from. Now you know. Do you hear that? Try to go into this part of the forest unprepared and you're liable to wind up dead. You want to catch Gruta, right? Then the best way to do it is going to be to follow us. Coming second to you would stain my honor as a soldier. We will find a way. Like what? I'll think of something. Commander, I don't think your pride is going to help us here. Haven't we come to the brink of death enough already? Very well, men. If that is your recommendation, then let it not be said Commander Leo Lever listens. I value the proposals of my trusted subordinates. He's just out of ideas, isn't he? Of course he is, but this is the best we're gonna get from him, so shh. Did you say something? Nothing at all, sir. All right then, Adel, Commander Leo. Now that everything's settled, how about a handshake in honor of the occasion? Such common familiarity does not befit a soldier. Oh boy, I'm gonna regret getting into this, aren't I? Cover fissures. Frida covers gas-blowing fissures with icy magic. Couldn't she use icy magic in other contexts, like actually fighting enemies with it?
all right.
Alright, so we're gonna have to lead with her, it sounds like.
Now,
Bizarre hide, huh? Osmo levels. I have to check this stream on my computer because I can't actually see the EXP because it's so tiny on my TV. 14,998. How much what's my HP going to be at after I kill another one?
unusual.
Okay. So I'm at a point where enemies are actually letting me get experience points.
How wonderful.
Good to know, but I have places to go. Strange mass. Or was it moss? I couldn't tell. Okay, there's equipment in that since it is red. So let's see what we get. Sorcery robes +3, so it's the equipment I got, just better. What's it got associated with it? Defense, heal, and paralysis resistance. It's the same exact, stats otherwise, so it's just better. But the people that I didn't get the sorcery robes for can now benefit from it. Oh, it's because of what I'm wearing now. It's healing me 4 on the overworld, even when I'm moving around in battle. So it's like a regen ability. Without me having to stand still and sheath my sword. It's the first time I've had heal on anything. There is a memory to the south. I do need to heal back up, so we're going to have Adel stand still for a little bit.
Our adventure's only just beginning.
Alright, almost fully healed. There we go. There's our memory. We have to defeat these enemies first. There we go. I'm terribly sorry for surprising you. Your name is Adel Kristen, is it not? I've been searching all over for you. My name is Lisa, and I was sent to find you. Consider me an escort. As I said, he's been handed down to my family for generations. How many? I'm sorry, I'm afraid I haven't been told any such specific details. Yes, there's a town called Highland. Adel, I can tell that you have many questions you'd like me to answer, but we really should be leaving. Could I ask you to climb onto Sol now? We can talk while we travel. And we've been getting defense each time, which, I mean, I'm not complaining. Slime mold. Okay, we needed that earlier for a recipe. I guess this is where we get it. Free to level. We can go north. We're probably going to need to go north and, yeah, to the left. Down this path. Okay, and it goes to the screen transition we need. Oh, was there a, Okay, that's not actually poison gas, it hurts me. Oh, this one. This is where we need it.
Leave it to me.
Leave everything to me.
I was about to say, it's weird they gave me a tutorial about using this, and there was only one spot in the entire area they let me use it. Interesting. So now that area is impassable.
Leave it to me.
Welcome, Word Pro Q. A lot happened. We have gone through several different locations and towns. We've had Gruta be revealed to be from an ancient civilization. We've had Duranda be revealed to be from the Primeval Lands, and also he rescued us before we had amnesia, and also he's on a super secret mission of a town full of sinners that went against God, and now they're living there all together, and now God went into a battle with the king, and we need to find Eldiel now. And he's going towards the final destination because the mask turns out to be a way to read the ancient text that basically decodes the entire world's blueprints, so we know absolutely everything in the world that's going to happen and will ever happen, and we can't let the bad guys have it. And that's what you missed. Also, we have Frida in our party now. And she's from the village of Duran. Not Duran, Duran's a character. Village of Damon. And she's here, I guess. She can freeze poison pools. Oh, this one's red. This is the red. Is it a red memory spot? Oh, it's on the ground. How do I get there? You okay there, man? Dorena, he was just running around in a circle. I think we can go down. How do I get to the water? Right here? Oh, here it is. The fact that it's red, it perplexes me. I've never had a red memory. Oh, it's the memories of the enemies? Why would we know that? Why would that even be a memory we would have access to? That's the basic outline of our invasion plans for Highland. Incidentally, I have no objections if you wish to finish that Leo off. He's harmless enough, but he's become a nuisance. Would that be wise? We wouldn't want his death to cause us any trouble later. He's heading into dangerous territory. Nothing suspicious about kicking off in a place like this. Precisely, we can accomplish this without anyone suspecting a thing. If that's what you wish.
What?
A present from the Mass Division? Yeah, some delicious-looking mushrooms. Oh, the ones that caused him stomach problems earlier, I see. So it was a poison attempt, but he's too dumb to die, I guess. They brought them to us earlier. Maybe that means they finally accepted us. How about we cook these up tonight, so we can build up some strength for the coming missions? Alright, I suppose we could do that. Cretin, what's the meaning of this? What do you mean? In my younger, poorer days, there was a time when I could only afford to eat mountain mushrooms, and thanks to that, I'm something of an expert on them, so I can say with some certainty that these are poisonous mushrooms. Not particularly dangerous ones, however. They wouldn't kill you, just give you a light stomachache. Why would you send something like that to us? I'm sure I don't know what you're talking about. Insolent child. Dude, that's the coolest scene that Leo's actually been in this entire game. And we get 10 HP for that. And now all the enemies are back. So let's see. We need to go north. There's also this area. So I think it's going to probably wind this way and then wind up to that way. We're basically at endgame because we're like 70.6% of the map being filled, and I have taken creative liberties as to which paths I run down. So there's like really not much left. so efficient. I'm trying my best. Like I've seen people, you know, stream to try to do everything like all at one time, and I feel like it's hard to really do that stream-wise because I don't want to do every single side quest on stream and make like no progress. I think that's gonna be like boring for viewers, and it'd be boring for me to try to cram all of that in all at one time. But there's also games like, what are they doing? But in any event, where was I? And so I try to do it off stream if I can, just because it makes it more efficient where I can just kind of play through. That did 200 something damage to me. This enemy's, oh my goodness, this enemy's no joke. I think I'll die if I stay in this type of surface for too long. Let's try standing here and heal back up. Enemies can't heal, I can. I am curious enough about this enemy to know. I mean, what level are they?
Don't let him hit you.
So I'm gonna have to check their level in a moment. $42. Okay, so we just have to stay at a good distance this entire time.
This one might be too strong for us.
Yeah, it's gonna take an eternity to beat that enemy. We're not gonna do that right now. It's doable, but I mean, it's gonna involve too much of me doing this. Plus, I'd have to retreat each and every attack, which is gonna take a while. We've done like maybe 1/15 of its health.
We should get going.
The good news is that I don't think every single enemy is like that. Most of these overworld areas and dungeons have a pretty good scheme going on. You have small little fodder enemies that come in waves, and then there's usually like one big one. That tends to be annoying and be a problem. And the good news is I don't have to grind on the big one. I can grind on the small ones. I don't know what that's all about. We're close to another memory.
Leave it to me.
Lilica leveled. Unfortunately, Adel is poisoned. Oh, I think it's up here. It is. More Dogi? Thanks to you, we managed to find those wild coquetting flowers for Dr. Flair's medicine a lot faster than we thought. He says he's gonna head back to Asteria and start experimenting with them as soon as possible. He was up first thing this morning doing exercises. Way too excited for a man his age, if you ask me. I guess you're only as young as you feel, huh, Adel? I'm still kind of worried about him, though, so I'm gonna escort him to Promalock. Don't do anything crazy while I'm not around, okay? Yeah, it is funny how often they run into, like, running glitches where they, like, super speed up and rubber band accelerate. I don't know what causes that. You seem to get into trouble the second I take my eyes off of you, and I'd rather not have to hire a babysitter. I don't want to come back and find that you've gotten yourself shipwrecked or thrown in jail again, you know? I mean, what's next? A giant floating tree in the sky? What are these game programmers doing? Max HP increased by 10. Not bad. We go this way. Not on this screen, but the next one. That's when we do it. We have a save point here. Oh, and enemies. Yeah, I mean, I think this is the PS4 rendition of what Dogi would look like. Although, of course, Adel's forgotten him completely. Oh, we learned a new skill. Arc Blast slashes the ground, launching enemies with a shock wave. It's a short range, though, so I need to see what this is like. Oh, it's super slow. Oh, I can't reach this. Whatever this is, I can't get through to it yet. There's probably an ability we'll get in one of the dungeons. We still have like 4 artifacts to go, which is quite a lot. Frog Extract. Frog's In Puzzle. Drop stones onto the pedestal and will sink in accordance with how much weight is placed upon it. Okay. Take that. Yeah. And that. And a little bit of this. No. I think we, that's too much. So we need to... We want this. And this. And probably this. Oh. Well, then let's screw it up. So we'll try that again. There we go. All right. Let me see for this guide. Frog's End. Oh, this is technically still part of the same part. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so 9 places left. Oh. The Master of the Grotto, Ribby Roy. Yeah, they're kind of like Kappa, but they're kind of not. Is he gonna summon more if I defeat these? I feel like he would. Oh. Oh no, I'm gone. Oh no, I'm not used to these other characters. Yeah, he's just gonna keep summoning more. Oh, I'm back. I'm poisoned though. No, I'm gone again. His attack animations are so much longer that it's tough to time my dodges. Oh, that kick hurts. fact that they just spawns infinite of these smaller enemies is just annoying. I still don't know the timing to dodge the tongue. It's so slow coming out. And I'm gone again.
Leave everything to me.
My turn.
I'm gonna have to use an item. I made a ton of bitter potions just for this reason, but this fight is actually the hardest one I've done so far, just because of the fact that there are just so many enemies that just drag you across the map with their tongues. Every one of them could just grab you, and that just completely ruins your momentum. Why can't I use my soul ability? Excuse me, there we go. So much easier when I don't have to worry about the small mobs. We have Beast King's Claws. When equipped, a powerful tackle can be used, can destroy brittle walls and rocks. Okay, they have their own language we can't read. To their credit, we need to equip the scales. To the credit, their dialogue's all different even though we can't read it. We're gonna equip the water dragon scales so we can swim to get the chest. So black stone here, and then a chest on the other side, and then there's chests up there. Silver dragon charm. Yeah, I mean I can read the ribbit part of it. I can at least understand that much. Yeah, the tough part was just losing Adel. So how many of these are mimics? Honey, bitter, and purification powder. Okay, none of them were. We will swap out for the... Beast King Claws. That means we can access the memory that was red that we couldn't get to before. These guys will still attack me. Oh, so now instead of doing like a quick little roll, we can just like tackle through things, which is kind of funny. 6,000 gold and our memory. Well, I brought him this far, but what am I supposed to do now? Even when he regains consciousness, he probably won't remember a thing. Guess I should leave him a bit of gold, at least. Maybe buy him a simple weapon, too. Otherwise he's gonna be in trouble when he wakes up, what with all his belongings back at that waterfall. Oh, hey, looks like it's almost time. Sorry to do this to you, man, but, well, I guess I'll be okay here for a little while. Hey, you there? You're late! What kind of a man keeps a lady waiting all this time?
Come on.
I couldn't help it, okay? Frida's a real slave driver sometimes. I've got a lot on my hands right now, you know? So how is he? He's still unconscious, but he doesn't seem to have any major injuries. I doubt I'll remember anything at all when he wakes up, though, so I think I'm gonna stay with him for a little while. What? You don't need to go that far. Do you realize how long I had to fly to get here? Are you really going to make me do this every single time? Well, what else am I supposed to do? Anyway, let Frida know, would you? Is that Rain? Damn, I hope he's okay. I gotta go check on him. See ya. Wait a minute.
Honestly.
He really is too nice for his own good. If he'd at least stop trying to be so nice to everyone, he might actually get somewhere with Frida. Idiot. So 7 o'clock. I had to just pay attention to the time. We still have a little bit. Yep, they are occupying the Nami role, aren't they? Looks like this area was blocked off before. That's why I didn't go to the Ruined Kingdom. So we get to backtrack to go there. So I am going to unequip it just to spare everybody the instead of just the silent rolling. Well, it's not so silent, you still have the whoosh sound, but it's a little less obnoxious. You missed the crab walk? Yes. I missed the crab walk too. Unfortunately, this game does not have it. Which is probably one of the reasons why it doesn't score quite as high as 2 or 3. Although Adel didn't crab walk in the other games either, only Soul Blazer. Which had nothing to do with Adel, by the way. So where is the... This path doesn't go to the north. Which path has the area that we can break further into? There was one other area we could rush or we couldn't get through, and I'm trying to remember where it was. Yeah, we can't fight that guy, which is just too strong right now. Okay, we haven't gone this way.
How wonderful!
Okay, we have an exit this way. The presence of beasts can no longer be felt in the surrounding air. The air is still and tranquil. So it's another rest stop. Wrong teardrop. Deny. Get denied. Come back with the right one next time. Set up a tent. Wonder if we're on the right track, location-wise. Enveloped in the clear air of the forest and the fragrance of the spirit tree, Adel felt his body drift into a deep, relaxing slumber. One of the memories sealed in the back of Adel's mind was restored. So, what important story nugget do we get now?
Adel.
I invited you here to impart knowledge upon you, Adel Kristen. However, as I look at you, I can't help but feel some doubt as to whether or not such action can be justified. Or rather, I suppose you could say I've been having these doubts for some time now, perhaps since before I even came to this land. Doubts? Indeed, I'm a little embarrassed by my own wavering morality, if I may be perfectly honest. For a long time now I've watched over this world and granted wisdom to its people, maintaining harmony and balance. I've always seen this as my calling, and dutifully performed these actions time and again without question. I suppose the windmills of Highland would be an appropriate simile for my present state of mind. Alright, that's all we get. Good morning, Adel. We're almost at El Duke now. Has this area always looked like this? It barely feels like a forest at all. It's actually kind of creepy. Supposedly all these spores started appearing around the time of the kingdom fell. Not that there's any point in talking about the history of the place right now. Come on, we're almost there. Let's pick up the pace. And now we can see the memory fragments in this area, which we have one that's there, one here. Interesting. They're quite a ways away from the Rune Kingdom. I wonder if they're part of it. Let's go to the forest. We have a path to the north, and that's it. Alright, so now I need to... If I had come here before, I would have hit the dead end, but now we have the artifact. So we get to hear Adel grunt. Save. Batwing looking ears on what? On the Pixie Girl? Yeah, I'm not sure either. I've seen them on several characters. I don't know what they're called. $100 coal pieces. That's enough of that. What is this? All of these poor young gooses we are defeating. We can go to the south. We are going like the whole wrong way. What is even this way? Unless it circles around somehow. Okay, this leads to a chest.
This one might be too strong for us.
Enigma tablet. Okay, there's a... Okay, so this is the middle. I was meant to go this way. Mid-boss? I mean, it's a big area. Mushroom. I'm gonna have to unequip this because this accessory I've got on is gonna mess with my dodge timing. We'll put on the spirit cape. Oh, I have to hit him from the front, which is annoying. Oh, those things heal him? Oh, he's healing from that thing. Oh, wait, he has iframes when he does that then. Oh, form change. My character's really broken. Tried to go for the dodge to roll and I couldn't get it. I'm trying to heal him. All right. We'll go back to that. Oh no, they already fully healed me. I don't need to go back to that save point or restore point. There's no save points in this game. We got a memory past all of this stuff. I can't read that. I don't know what it says. Or that. I won't be able to read any of this. There's probably going to be an artifact that will let me understand this language, though, at some point. Yeah, I was like, what am I listening to? It does sound like a growling stomach. Oh, it's probably that thing over there. That my face is covering. What is behind my face? Hold on. What creature are you? Oh, okay. Of course. Should have guessed. Maudlin Turtle. Get out of here, Maudlin Turtle. This is longer than any of the other memories in terms of text, and we can't read any of it. Alright. Base strength increased by 1. Alright, we finally made it to the ancient battlefield. Ancient battlefield? It's officially called the Colonia battlefield, though it's the only battlefield around. And the last fight took place this age ago. Yeah, I know, right? I know, all of us were thinking the same thing. We're Pro Q, myself, you. There's a spot where Lord Eldiel and King Lafont had their final confrontation. I mean, I'd have a final confrontation here, why wouldn't I? King Lafont was human, wasn't he? How can a battle with a human being possibly cause this much devastation? I think he was commanding Soul during the battle, just like Lisa back in Danon. Oh, well, that would explain it. He used just about every piece of technology available to him in his attempts to pacify Lord Eldiel, Soul included. I'm sure it started out as a plan B, but when fighting a god, you're not likely to push too many options off the table. The Gaul... We went over this. The Gaul Balans were created using the forbidden art of your village, correct? Does that mean King Lafont himself was from Danon? He wasn't, no. He was one of those guided to the land by Lord Eldiel, much like our ancestors, but unlike the others, he was a good man who tried his best to prevent them from turning against the gods, one of the few righteous men who stood in opposition to the Darklings. Eldiel's the one who brought those Darklings back with him, right? I wonder why. I've always felt he could be forgiving to a fault at times, but I mean, he is a god. Yeah, that sounds like it's one of the good points, one of the things that makes him so special. I completely agree. I wonder at one point a good king like that would find himself left with no choice but to rely on forbidden technology. We'll probably never know for sure, but seeing as our ancestors were lending him the aid of the forbidden arts, it must have been a dire moment in history. Come on, Ayla, we should get moving. Alright, save first.
Leave it to me.
All right.
Oh, the flame status sucks. Take care, Word Pro Q. I'll probably be on for about, assuming we're going at the normal time with the stream, probably about another hour. Just 'cause I haven't really hit any slowdown points in the stream today. The pace has kind of kept moving forward. All right. I tried to move to the side, but there was no side to go to. I did the same thing twice. Fighting him in the corner just sucks. Destination's that way. What's this way?
Wise no way to withdraw.
Blade barrage, huh? Really strong move, apparently. 40 SP, though. Sage's Diadem. Increases EXP. No, don't really need it. Bitter Potion. There's something in front of that door over there. Oh, I don't need to save here to restore. I can touch that. We'll save in front of it in case it's like a super boss. I have no idea.
Running?
273.
Wise no way to withdraw.
Oh, that is a shockwave? Okay, a little more of a delay. Like that. Too early.
Leave it to me.
Too late. Too early. I am stun locked in that corner. What? Is he just... Oh, you can't... I don't think I can beat him. Unless they want me to use the Beast King Claws to run into him. Okay, we can't do anything here yet. What the? I thought we killed it. It's just like Soul. If we can't kill it with our current weapons, there's no reason to waste any more time fighting. We should fall back. Okay, so... Well, unfortunate. I used potions on you. All for nothing. Guess we'll go the other way then. That's probably gotta be a pretty late game, if not final game area. Nocturnal mushrooms. I guess through the bottom part there. Okay, save point, or restore point rather. Hey, check that out, pretty grand looking building. We're here, everyone welcome to El Duke, the capital of the ancient kingdom of Calcutta. Oh, for here, it's this 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think 7 places left in the game. We're beating this game this weekend. That's pretty exciting. So this is the place, huh? We finally made it. It appears the mass division are patrolling the area. Yeah, if they find us, this might get messy, so we're gonna have to be extra careful we're not spotted. Where's the temple? The Temple of the Sun is at the highest point in the city, since that's where the god himself resided. What is the significance of that enormous tree? That's a rhoda tree, a spirit tree created by Lord Eldiel. I believe you've seen smaller ones in the areas you've used as camps while traveling through the forest. Wow, I had no idea they grew this big, though it's still not as big as the great tree in Komodo. Why are they called spirit trees? People who have a certain degree of magical power can supposedly communicate with them spiritually, but this rhoda tree is different. It fell asleep when the kingdom of Calcutta fell and has never woken up since. Alright, Adel, let's go up to the Temple of the Sun and see if we can figure anything out. Right. Oh boy, here he goes again. I see that smile on your face. The more dangerous the situation, the better, huh? Come on, everyone. Lost Kingdom trophy acquired? The mass division soldiers continue to patrol this area to be unwise to get any closer. I am Adel. I'm all about being unwise. Okay, they won't let me. Remnos, huh? Isn't that Remnos? Karna, wait. I know how you feel, but we really need to be careful right now. We can't afford to blow our cover. I know, I'm sorry. The 2nd and 3rd regiments will remain here to guard the temple. The rest of you hurry on ahead. I'll follow after delivering my report to Lord Gruda. Whew. We're not even trying to hide. We're just like standing in the middle of the road. I wonder where he's going. Adel, this is the perfect chance to have a closer look at the Temple of the Sun. Yeah, let's go check it out before they come back. Okay, so I can't get the chest over there. They just want me to actually go to the temple. Yeah. Don't see anyone else here. Well, this is the place, the Temple of the Sun, once the center of the Kingdom of Calcutta. So this is where Lord Eldiel used to live. The building appears to be in better condition than its environs. It's really frustrating to think that what we're trying to protect is right within our grasp, but locked behind this door. So let's open the door.
Oh,
Weren't you listening to what the Elder and I were talking about, Adel? We've tried to open this door more times than we can count, but it's just not possible. Maybe not, but we still have to try. Adel, you take that side.
honestly.
It sounds like these, when locked doors, are meant to just magically open, you know? Huh. No, could it be? The door remains firmly shut and sealed. It seems that doors do not have the magical properties you attribute to them after all. That was hard to watch. Damn it all, we're so close. If only we could get to those Akashic records, we could ruin Gruda's plans completely. Come to think of it, whatever happened to Lord Eldiel and Lisa? They should have gotten here before us, but I don't see any sign of them anywhere. Nina, will you go look for Lisa? Aw, seriously, it sounds like such a pain. Please? Fine. You know I can't refuse your little requests. Honestly, it's cruel and unusual punishment that I was made this way. Nina, is a fairy created through alchemy, you said? Do you know who created her? Oh boy. Did I touch upon a sensitive subject? No, it's quite alright. Nina was created by my ex-fiancé. What? Ooh, was he one of the villagers we saw in Danon? No, unfortunately not. He left Danon a number of years ago. Oh, a number of years ago? Are you saying... That's right, he left at the same time as Gruda. My apologies, I had no idea. Do forgive my indiscretion. No, please, there's nothing to worry about. Really, it's all in the past now. His younger brother left around the same time as well. Okay, I thought they were saying it was Gruda, and I'm like, that is weird. He said he was determined to bring his older brother back home. I wonder where they are now. Idiots, both of them. Frida, I'm sorry, that turned into quite a tangent. We need to decide what our next course of action will be, right, Durin? Durin? Oh, yeah, sorry. Our objective is to return Eldiel to his normal state and prevent Gruda's plans from coming to fruition. Without significantly more information, we have little chance of succeeding in either goal. Figuring out how to bring Lord Eldiel back is going to be a hard one. We haven't got the slightest idea where we should even start looking. We may need to do some research and try to find out exactly what happened 800 years ago. I'll spare you the trouble. You again? Goddess. Hey, I trust you've all been well? So you've been lying in ambush for us this whole time, huh? No, I'm afraid you're not important enough to warrant such wasted effort. We're meeting someone else here altogether. What? I'm unable to move. No, this is... it appears our guest has arrived. Oh, it's Eldiel? I mean, who else has lightning? So yeah. You grace us with your presence, Lord Eldiel? What? Lord Eldiel? Damn you, Gruda. I hadn't even considered the possibility he might be involved with this Lord Eldiel. That explains how he knew so much about the Sanctuary and the Tower. Indeed, what better source can one consult than Lord Eldiel himself? I see we have some unwanted guests, Gruda. I do apologize, my lord. It appears they must have entered while I was busy elsewhere. No matter, we have more important things to discuss. You brought the item I requested, no? It's right here, my lord. It honors me to be the one returning it to its rightful owner. None are more worthy of its possession than yourself. Please accept it as an offering from me to you. The mask! Ah, the Mask of the Sun. How long has it been since I last held it in these hands? Oh. Whoa. It's beautiful. It's alright. It's okay. Open! We've never just tried yelling at the door. That was the trick. Holy crap, it worked! So that's why the door wouldn't open. The Mask of the Sun was its key. The resting place of the Akashic Records has been laid bare before us. Come, Gruda. Yes, my lord. Wait. Stay where you are and witness a fantastically historic moment. The moment in which Lord Eldiel becomes a true god. Lord Eldiel! The door is closing. Get back here, Gruda. Damn it all. We, didn't make it. So now Lord Eldiel and Gruda are both inside. We have no choice but to try and find some other means of opening the door. Searching blindly without even knowing if such an alternate route exists does not seem to be the best use of our time. Right, but we have to do something. Maybe we can start by searching the area around the temple? Assuming there is another way to open the door, this seems as good a place as any to look for it. We might find some clues on how to bring Eldiel back, too. This isn't over yet. Well, let's just not stand around then. We've got to get moving. Let's go. Yeah, we'll probably go for a little longer. And then stop, because it is 7:35. I don't want to push 3 hours. I think that's a little too much Ys 4. Oh, so this area is a dead end. Oh, it's the creatures from the flashback. What's wrong, Karna? It's nothing. I just thought I sensed something nearby. Something like a beast? I don't know. I've never sensed anything like it before. We should probably do a quick sweep of the area just to be safe. There, over there. The creature's what I sensed, I'm sure of it. That looks like a... I see, Adel. Let's follow it. So we can go inside. Where are we? We seem to have entered the roots of the rhoda tree. I had no idea there was a place like this here. This way. Come along now. Stop that, Durin. It's creepy. You're much too old to be making voices like that. Honestly, this is the sort of thing a 10-year-old would do. Aren't you going through a midlife crisis? Now, just hang on a minute here. How come it's always my fault? I didn't say a thing. I think it came from inside. Really? I guess we can go take a look. Okay, restore a point. I'm going to hide my face so I can read the text. Ruse Nest. What is this place? It's full of creatures like the one I sensed. They're so cute! Just as I thought, these are one of the many sacred beasts of the forest. They are called Ruse. Sacred beasts? There are a number of different kinds of sacred beasts living in Calcutta, all bestowed upon the world by Lord Eldeal. These Ruse are one of the more renowned, though Spartas are rather popular as well. Do the Spartas live in this area? Not here exactly, but they do live in the outskirts of Elduke. That's right, Ozma, you. Do you want to go see them? I am grateful for your concern, Adel, but right now we have far more urgent matters we must attend to. Perhaps we can see the Spartas after we have finished here. Sounds like you encountered the Spartas before. I am most familiar with the Spartas, yes, although this is not the time to discuss it. May I ask why these Ruse are considered sacred beasts? I'm afraid I don't know very much about them myself. Legend has it they used to be monsters who could speak in human tongue even, but that was long ago, or we're definitely getting an item to do it. I can't imagine that voice we heard earlier could have come from a Rue. It sounded more like an old man. Well, only one way to find out. Let's go farther in and stoop around a little. That plan is very you, Durin, but I certainly can't fault its logic. It is a shop. We can shop. Oh, don't. Wow. This is much better than even the item I just had before. So we'll buy another weapon. We'll equip it. Even the armor is better. So we'll give this for Frida. And we are set. Do they have any other interesting, just regular items? We have 7 revives. I don't know if there's a limit. No, there sure isn't. We'll take 5. So we'll keep moving in. What? Is that a Roo? I'm not sure, I've never heard of them growing so big before. Could that voice we heard have been... Yes, that was me. I am the Grand Roo, the oldest of all the Roos here, and I am the one who summoned you here. It can talk? I can hardly believe it. Well, I'm the one you heard, but it was actually the Rhoda tree that asked me to summon you. I'm merely acting as a go-between, since you can't speak with it yourselves. Honestly, it really is quite a bother, and I'd much rather be resting right now. But the Rhoda tree simply wouldn't take no for an answer, and wouldn't leave me alone until I did what it asked, the meddlesome thing. See, it had been asleep for the past several centuries, but it awoke when it felt an evil presence in this Temple of the Sun. One very similar to the presence it felt before it fell asleep in the first place. Or so the senile old fool claims. Does that mean the Rhoda tree knows how the kingdom of Calcutta collapsed? Naturally, much like now, Lord Eldiel was a bit touched in the head. The evil presence in the temple at this moment is exactly the same as it was then too. Exactly! It was King Lafance who managed to bring Lord Eldiel back to his right mind. And he gained the power to do so through another mask, a twin, possessed of the power to oppose the Mask of the Sun, so it's probably going to be the Mask of the Moon. And we have to probably get it, and that's going to allow us entry to the temple. Probably. Only one way to find out, though. Or again, so the senile old fool claims. Another mask. That's right, the Mask of the Moon. Let me talk, you old windbag. I swear trees make the worst conversation partners. The Mask of the Moon, I had no idea such a thing existed. The Mask of the Sun and Moon are two sides of the same fruit. With the Mask of the Moon, you would be able to enter the Temple of the Sun. Really? Or, so the senile old fool claims. Do you know where the Mask of the Moon is? It's been a long, long time since the masked presence was last felt. Oh. However, there are at least two places that seem to be exhibiting similar energy patterns now. One of these is Mount Vesuvio, where the late King Lafance went to train and meditate. The other is the ruins on Lake Tolmes, which is said to first resolve to establish the Coquetan Empire. Or so says this damn tree. Both Mount Vesuvio and the Tolmes ruins are on the outskirts of Eltuk. They're not far from here at all. Let's go, Adel. We don't have much time left. Wait, there is... apparently, one more important fact you need to know, and it had better be it, you old fossil. It's the way to counteract Eldiel's madness. What is it? Neither I nor the Rhoda tree know the exact method, but King Lafance must know. Memories are often left behind in places to which the soul has a strong connection. As you've lost many of your own memories, surely you're familiar with this. I believe for you. They've thus far manifested in white. I'm sure you'll learn more about experiencing the memories of King Lafance for yourself should you come across them. And they are out there. Or, well, you know. Thank you. The Rhoda tree says you're welcome, and I say, get out! What? Really now? Don't mind me, I'm just catching up with this old splinter. Take care on your journey, young ones. Or so says the Rhoda tree. You've been a great help. We will truly appreciate the assistance. I need to rest now. The Rhoda tree has made my already weary bones even wearier with his incessant chatter. Sleep is calling me.
Uh-oh.
I don't think he's going to wake up again for a good long while. It seems the next two destinations are Mount Vesuvio and Lake Tolmes ruins. Is that... Yeah, the game actually says that those two locations are next. Both are out past the temple grounds, east exit, and both are treacherous, so we can investigate either one first. Let's go, Adel. Alright. I'm actually getting quite tired. We did a lot of progress today. I could probably save quite a bit more for the weekend. So let me get at least to the exit, and we'll stop there. And then I can resume on Saturday, and if I don't beat it then, we'll beat it on Sunday. Either way, we're beating the game this weekend. Sacred Beast Collar. When equipped, turns party members into Roos, allowing them to communicate with other Roos. Beasts and monsters will not attack. So, it's basically like having a repel. Interesting. So that can make the next dungeons rather... Well, it says beasts and monsters. I bet there are certain things that may not classify as one. but I want to make sure if this is correct. So if I go in right now, unequip the Thunder Charm. Actually, I think it might be a relic. It is an artifact. Yes, so now we're all ruse. Yep, they're ignoring me. And I can't attack them either, so if I want to skip the enemies, I can do this. Interesting. We'll put back the Spirit Cape, and we'll go ahead and save here, and that's it for tonight. I will be back on Saturday to finish off, well, or get close to finishing off East 4. We may not be able to beat it. We have a couple, about maybe 6 more places left to go in the entire game, including overworld sections and things of that particular nature. So we're nearing the end, depending on how long the final dungeon is. So I wish everyone a good night, and I'll see everybody, at least for streaming purposes, back on Saturday, and for Bible anime purposes in about an hour. Take care!